There he was. Got him up in that. Oh, and he came off. Well, the wake bait pulled a second one out of the treetop. He hit it pretty hard too. I think he was just barely big enough to get them hooks in his mouth though. There he is, another one right there at the end of it. That's two back to back out of that tree. And he got the front hook too. Little guy. Welcome back to another episode of Mid-South Outdoors. On today's video, Dad and I go out fishing Poplar Tree Lake, trying to scout bluegill and shellcrackers. I've got the next 4 days off work. My sister's coming in town from New Orleans. She's going to be here for 3 days. I promised her I'd put her on some bluegill and some shellcrackers. Today is a scouting day. Dad and I are going to go out trying to scout some. As you'll see, as it turns out, we were not very successful at finding them at Poplar Tree, but we were able to get on some bass. So check this out. Oh, you got a bass. You got the world's smallest bass.
Let's see. Ooh, be still.
Hold that beast up. Did you bring some scales? We might ought to weigh that sucker.
What's the Tennessee limit?
That one's probably too big to keep.
Yeah, he's in the slot or over the slot.
Oop, had a bite. There he is. I got him. This one feels like a bluegill, Dad. No, it ain't. It's a bass. I thought it was. He was running like he was a... Yeah, I caught 1,000,000 of them the other day. That is not what we're here for.
See a couple dark spots right there.
Yeah, but they're really big dark spots. They're not little. There he is. I got him. Ooh, I got a good one. I think I got a shellcracker. It's either that or a really big. No, it's a bass. I was like, that's a really big brim. If that's a brim. Not a bad one. Wow, he's really hooked good too. Here you go.
You got your ruler? I get it.
Yeah.
I got something. That might be a bluegill there. Oh, it's another bass. I think he got off. Nope. He's running straight at me. Ooh. Got him on this little bitty pole.
All right, well, we're catching just the wrong species. There he was, got him. Decent fish too. Oh, he's around a log.
Want to get the net?
No.
Good one. Oh man, that's a big daddy.
Yeah, he's in the slot. Well, if you'd quit jerking your mouth there, buddy. It's about too deep for me to get it with my finger. He's a pretty one. Whoa. He's definitely over the slot though.
Yeah, he's big.
What else should I throw? I know they're not hitting top water, but this is a runner-up to top water. Ooh, man, there he was. He did get it. Did you see that? On this big old bait? No. Hey, he's a bucketer.
Yeah, sure is.
On this giant weight bait.
Look at that bait.
It's a weight bait.
Oh, it's got the big.
Yeah, it's designed to just sit at the top.
Man, he jumped on it.
Got something. I don't know what I got. Bass. Oh.
That's a bucket fish.
Yeah, that's a put it in the bucket fish. We cannot catch a bluegill to save our lives. We can catch these little bass. What do you got? Oh, hey. Hey, you found a bluegill. That is a great sign.
He was right there, about 15 feet over.
Hopefully that's not just a fluke. He's the only one.
That's a pretty fish.
Oh, now he's in the gas tank.
No, he got stuck on the side.
Hey man, that's the first bluegill of the day. That's awesome. We need to find some more of those. Oh, you got him? You look like you got a, hey! You got one that's a jumper. You must have him on that little bitty pole. See if we can't get a double. You get him right in the mouth of the ditch. That's a good one.
I'm gonna let her go. It's a female.
There he was, got him. Nah, he's just jumping good. It's just the way they hit it. It's like they hit it with top water. Hey, he's a live weller. Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna fry fish.
There he was. You see that? That's a better fish. I hope I got him hooked good. He's in the slot. Maybe not. Oop, trolling motors. I got it pulled all the way up and still hit that tree. I don't think he's in the slot. You might want to measure that one. He's on the border. I think he's good to go.
That one's belly is flat. Yeah.
What is he?
13 and a half.
Yep, barely made it.
Yeah, look like that belly just, that must be a male. Oh, this tree.
Yeah, this tree's, there he was, right there. Good fish too. I mean, not a giant, but compared to what we've been catching, it's pretty good.
Female. That's definitely in the slot.
Yeah, she's definitely in the slot, which she's full of eggs anyway.
Ooh, that's a good fish.
It is a good fish. On the wake bait. Awesome. You see how close she was to the bank?
Yeah.
She was right in that little shadowy pocket. So, another shadowy pocket. Right against the bank. Let's do that again. Nope. Did not work a second time. There he was. He's not very big. Surprised that fish got the hook. No, he's bigger than I thought he was. I thought he was a lot smaller than that. How many fish we got in the bucket?
7.
Well, we can keep 8. So,
Last one.
last fish. I think he's perfect too.
Yeah, I was happy with 3 or 4. Got a scholar runners with yellow on them.
That's hard to get in that little pocket. Got him though. It took me a couple casts to get in there to him.
They either done, that's a male or they spawn.
You know, not all of them have eggs though. You know what? And this one could be the male.
It's almost skinny.
Yeah, it is awful skinny. There he was. You see him?
Yeah, I thought that was a monster.
No, they just hit it. They just hit it like that. I got him on the front hook. Yeah, but he's not as big as he hit. Like,
oh, I thought it was
they hit that whopper plopper like that too. No, he's under the slot. He's only about 13. Oh, you got him?
It's just a little bitty Snoopy pole.
Oh yeah, that is a Snoopy pole. You got a pink, what is that, a pink Zebco on there? Yeah, you need to crank your drag down.
A little bitty line.
Hey man, the old red lizard, you just put that on. What is that,
Yeah.
your first cast, second cast?
Second cast.
Hey, well, you,
Sometimes old crazy color gets them. That's a good fish too.
it is a good fish. He's about at the slot limit.
No belly.
Yeah. It's a shame we can't keep 27. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. That's going to wrap it up for today. We weren't able to get on any shellcrackers or bluegill, but we were able to get on those bass. Check back with me on Thursday. I got another video coming at you. My sister came in town, and we were able to get on shellcrackers, and we caught a bunch of them. Y'all have a good one.